Hi everybody, happy Advent. Hope that you're having a beautiful, beautiful season. I wanted to just share a little something with you today. I'm sitting here in my office in Nashville, Tennessee, and I'm sitting with, behind me, my very favorite nativity in my whole house. I have a nativity in every room. I love them. I love creches. I'm kind of obsessed, maybe a little over obsessed, but I love them, and so I have them in every single room. And this one that's in my office happens to be my very, very personal favorite, and I'm going to share the story about why. This nativity is not a glamorous nativity. Any of you who are moms of young kids out there will recognize this as the Fisher-Price nativity set, which is a beautiful thing because when you have nothing but beautiful china nativity sets, you definitely don't want to set that out when they're 2 years old. Anyway, I had a 2.5-year-old, and I had another one on the way. And I got this little box in the mail around the end of November. And it was from my mom, my awesome mother. And I opened it up, and it had my daughter's name on it, Adelaide. It had her name on it, too. So we opened it together, and we looked inside, and there was a Fisher-Price nativity set. And I was so excited. And I was like, great, we're going to have a nativity, because the kid can chew on this thing. You know, she's not going to hurt it. And Addie's pulling the little people out of the box, and she looks, who's this? I'm like, that's Mary. Who's this? That's Joseph. And she pulled out the angel, and she just went, angel. I'm like, yeah, that's the angel. So we set up this nativity, and we put it on the little table in our living room. And she just looked at it. She stood back, and she looked at it. And she was kind of taking it in. And then she looked at me, and she goes, Mommy, I'll be right back. And she toddled off upstairs to her bedroom, and I didn't hear from her for 10 minutes. And I yelled up the stairs, you know, are you okay? And she's like, yeah. And about 10 minutes later, she comes toddling down the stairs, and she opens her shirt. And she had all these things in her shirt, and she dumped them all out on the living room floor. And it was all these little people, these little plastic things that she had in her room. And I was like, what in the world? And so one by one, she starts picking them up and putting them on the nativity set. And okay, y'all, total disclosure, I am such a control freak. I took one look, and I'm like, oh no. Oh, that's not the way we do things. Oh no, that's not the nativity. And I'm like trying to control how the nativity is going together. It was so dumb. But anyway, so I thought, I was just for that moment, I'm like, oh, I'll tell her that those don't really belong with the nativity. But she had this big smile on her face, and she's, you know, putting things in. Actually, this is the very first one that she put up there, right in front of the baby Jesus, staring him down. This is Gary the snail. And Gary was just like staring at Jesus. And it was the cutest thing. And I just, in that moment, I'm like, should I tell her that this isn't really what a nativity is supposed to look like? And I heard this little voice in my head kind of say, you know, Sarah, just relax. I hear that voice a lot. Sarah, relax, because she gets it. The scripture says every knee will bow and every tongue confess that Jesus Christ is Lord. And in her little world, these creatures, I mean, they're real, you know. And she's bringing them to see the baby Jesus. She was lining them up. And so now, not only was it just a great teaching moment for me as a mom, it's such a metaphor for, you know, letting it go, because you're not in control, and you never will be. It was a great metaphor for that, but also now it's become like our family tradition. So every year something gets added to the nativity. The second year, let's see, who was the second year? It was Miffy. We just decided to put one thing a year. And then last year, oh, this is one of my favorites. It was George Washington without a hand. I don't know why. Gross. I don't know where that went. And this year, I added, Pee Wee Herman, my Pee Wee Herman doll from the 1980s that I found in some old box somewhere. So we're always adding new things to this nativity, and it's become a family tradition. And I love this tradition because every time I take it out of the box and look at it, and then every year when we add something to it, I remember that moment. I remember that moment of realizing I am not in control here. I am not even in control of my child's spirituality. I'm not even in control of her choosing God. I can lead her. I can guide her. I can form her in faith and pray for her. But ultimately, I do not have the control. It is God's to have. And I wonder sometimes, is that what Mary felt? Did she feel that sense of, yes, yes, I say yes to motherhood. And after that, I don't really have a lot of control. God, I turn it over to you. And I think as a mom, walking in that grace of just trying so hard every day to not try so hard every day, and to let go a little, and to let God, and to trust that the care of my children's heart is in His hands. I think that's what this grace is. That's what this giving up control, that's what it looks like. And to me as a mom, that's what the Nativity reminds me of, is the letting go. And when we let go, when we can say, I give it, I do offer it, I don't have the control, God, it's in your hands and in your heart, then all will be well. Then all is well. All is well. And the very reason that Christ came, to help us, to teach us, all is well. In the chaos, in the lack of control, in the insanity of parenthood, in the insanity of every day, all is well. All is well. So, with my beautiful nativity in the background and my horrible cold, sorry, you'll just have to hear me through the snot, I'll play this song for you. This is called All Is Well. Angels song that none have heard, star that hovers o'er the word made flesh, come to bless a broken world. Mother, hold him while you may. Your baby comes to take away the sin of all men. Let him sleep tonight. All is well, and there shall be here in love's eternity, Son of God and Son of Man has come to dwell, and all is well. Shepherd, leave your field and fly to the stable wherein lies the Lamb, who will give his all for you. And kings become the commoners. Come lay your gold and crown before this King. Oh, who will bring peace to every heart. All is well, and there shall be here in love's eternity, of God. For all is well, and there shall be, oh, here in love's eternity, Son of God and Son of Man has come to dwell. And all is well. Happy Advent.